Howdy there! Welcome back to another video. This time is going to be a much more shorter video, or at least I'm hoping, if the editing doesn't take too fucking long like it always does. But either way, I simply want to adjust that I apologize for the enormous video that I created last time. The Armor Transport DLC that I made. It was very scuffed and very poorly made. Probably because it was made, or I was actually editing that video at 4:30 a.m. Or at 5 a.m. I forgot when I slept. But either way, it took a very long time to finish it, so that's why the video felt a little bit rushed and a bit unfinished, I should really be saying.
What the fuck? No!
Finished, I should really be saying. But I'm too lazy to go back and fix it, but hey, here we are. Today we're talking about a rather weapon pack, actually. And this is going to be a much more short one, or I'll do my best to keep it short. And this time we're going to be talking about the Gage weapon pack number 1. The first ever weapon pack to come out. And this time, bravo to me, I actually know the release date. This DLC has been released on December 5th, 2013, and it's one of the first ever weapon packs that have been released. But what does it contain exactly? It contains an assault rifle, an SMG, and a pistol. But who exactly gave these to us, you might be asking? Well, it's a man named Gage. But if you don't know who he is, basically it's that weird, goofy-looking man in a wheelchair. But don't let him fool you. That man knows guns more than any American in this fucking world. That man will know anything about guns. If he takes a quick look at the weapon for 1 second, he'll know if there's something wrong with it or not. But either way. And there's also like a couple of masks that it gives, and a special bonus that it gives you. Without further ado, let us talk about the first ever weapon that comes out in this pack. And I'll be talking about the animations as well. So, the first ever weapon that we have here right now is our Eagle Rifle. The good old Scar H. Or the Scar L, I could be mistaken. But what about the base stats itself? Is the weapon itself good, for that matter? In short answer, yes. Surprisingly, the weapon itself is a pretty solid weapon. It's pretty good. Everything about the weapon is just great. You can pretty much reach 100 stability and accuracy with this thing with the right modifications and skills. The magazine is basic at 30, and it's one of the few assault rifles, the high damage assault rifles, that has a slightly more ammo capacity unlike the rest. Well, not all of them, but there's some of them that has more ammo. And the damage itself is already pretty good. The concealment is not exactly great, the reload time is also great. But the only problem about this assault rifle is the slightly slower rate of fire. Which, it doesn't really affect that much, but it's a bit problematic if you're facing against dozers, so you might as well have a better secondary to delete the dozers pretty quickly. But what are the modifications that this rifle comes with? Well, there are a lot of varieties of it. You have a barrel that you can either decide if short or long. They're both different in their own ways. You always have your barrel extensions, boosters. You also have these. Oh yeah, another thing I should mention is that this DLC also comes with a couple of modifications that kind of change your weapon in a way. As an example, you get this, which either make your weapon be stuck at full auto or at single fire. It depends how you want to make your weapon, how you want to make your rifle. There's also a foregrip and a grip. There's also a single stock, and that's pretty much it. There's really not much to talk about this rifle, other than that it is pretty solid. Everything about this rifle is just pretty good. It's pretty solid, it's very accurate, it doesn't really have that much recoil because of the modifications. Everything about this rifle is pretty good. It's only the rate of fire that's going to leave you a little bit down, but other than that, it's pretty good. But because it's a high damage rifle, you're going to be struggling with ammo packs. Because unlike the medium or low damage rifles, the amount of ammo it gets from crates is very low. But I don't know the exact number, but be prepared about it. So bring in an ammo bag with you, or ask someone else to bring one. That's it, pretty much, about the rifle. But when it comes to animations itself, well, that's a different story. It's very clean. The animations is very smooth. The sound of the reload is just crispy. It's perfect. It sounds great. And the shooting sound of it, it sounds great. It sounds heavy. It sounds like it actually has a power to it. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's pretty good in every shape and way. And now, let us talk about the SMG, the Spec Ops submachine gun, or better known as the MP7. And now, I might be biased to this, because I absolutely love this weapon. Although nothing beats this baby right here. I love this more than anything. But this... I am back. Sorry for the weird delay. I just had to do something real quick. But nonetheless, I forgot where I am. So, the MP7 is probably one of the best SMGs in the game, in my opinion at least. Because this SMG has everything. It's so good. Like, it's probably one of the better SMGs. It's probably one of the top 3 best SMGs in my opinion at least. Because the magazine capacity, although it starts off at 20, there is a magazine capacity that provides a bonus ammo. And combine that with the lock and load basic, and this way this SMG is pretty good. The total ammo of the SMG is also pretty good. The rate of fire of this is also significantly great. At 952, you will be able to shred through any enemies, and combine this with the Berserker Aced, you will practically kill anything that comes in your sight, including bulldozers. They will not stand a chance against you. The accuracy and stability of this SMG is also pretty solid. And then the concealment, you can make this very concealable. And then the reload time is just very simple. What are the modifications there? Well, there really isn't much, but it doesn't really matter because this SMG itself is already pretty solid. You have your basic barrels, customs, gadgets, extra magazine capacity if you want it, but at the cost of concealment. And then you have a stock if you want bonus stability. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's really nothing to complain about this SMG, honestly. There's no flaw to it if I can think of it. I can't really think of one, but either way. What about the animations of this SMG? Well, it is very solid, just like the Eagle heavy rifle. It's very good, it's very smooth, I like the sound, although the shooting sound is... it sounds like an airsoft to me, but that's my judge. But either way, the SMG is pretty good. On to the next one, which is the signature P40 pistol. If I am not mistaken, this is the P226, the SIG. SIG P226, if I am not mistaken. And it's kind of hard to really talk about pistols that come with any packs, or with the majority of the weapon packs that give you pistols, because a lot of the times, there's a lot of pistols that are like sort of remotely similar to one another. And this is the same thing. The signature 40 is nothing special. Sure, it has some pretty good statistics and some modifications, but that's really it. You might as well just grab the Interceptor or the USP for a better alternative. There are a lot of the better pistols other than this. Although, if you are planning to use this, then go ahead. Well, there's really not much to say about this, although it's decent damage, decent rate of fire, decent magazine capacity, everything about this is just average. The reload is just the exact same as like the Interceptor, the Crosskill, and so on. It's just another reused animations. And it's only the pistol that is a little bit disappointing. But either way, it doesn't really matter. The pistol's not exactly special, but it's there, I guess. And another thing that this pack comes with is the frag grenade. What's exactly the difference between these? The HEV, the community one, the free one. They're the same. That's it. There's literally nothing else to talk about both of these, because they're both the same thing. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's just the same thing. Although the spec also comes with a couple of masks. I already forgot which one is which.
Bloody hell, you're awful.
So I'm gonna have to figure it out. I do apologize. Yeah, it comes with the 3 masks, if I am not mistaken, of course. It comes with Jean-Claude, which is just a panda mask, Dolph, which is just a goat, and then Chuck, which is God Bless America. That's it. And there are also some extra materials this pack contains, but that's pretty much it. And you also get Arnold, the stupid dog.
You made me look bad.
And that's pretty much it, honestly. And what about that special thing that I mentioned earlier? The little bonus effect that you have at this pack. Well, surprisingly enough, whenever you start a heist, there's certain heists where you can buy extra assets, not pre-planning, assets, to where some insider man will come in and drop either a medic bag or ammo bags. But with this mod specifically, it will grant you the ability to also purchase a grenade case, which by the name, it is a suitcase that contains grenades, up to a maximum of 3. And you can just pretty much go and refill your grenades, pretty much. Is this a good thing? Yeah, because I do use the grenades myself a lot most of the time, and so this grenade case comes in handy a lot of the time. But just kind of depends on if this is available. And it's also the same thing with pre-planning. It would also give you the option to place grenades wherever you want. And that's pretty much it about this DLC. Is this worth it? Yes, I would say so. It is a pretty worth DLC in my opinion. The weapons itself are very solid. The Eagle Heavy, or the Scar, is a very solid weapon with good accuracy and stability, at the cost of a slow rate of fire. The MP7 is absolutely amazing. Good rate of fire, good damage, good accuracy, and stability. Another fun fact is that the MP7 has a slightly more damage than the rest of the medium damage SMGs, like the Chicago Typewriter or the Power Submachine Gun, and so on. It is one of the other SMGs that has a base stat of 70 damage. And the pistol is nothing special. And then the grenade case is also pretty neat. So yeah, in short, this DLC is probably one of the better ones in my opinion, of course. So yeah, if you're planning on getting this, which is weird because the Legacy Edition exists, but we're going to pretend it doesn't exist.
Oh,
if you're planning on getting this, please do, because it's one of the weapon packs that is actually pretty good. It provides enough firepower to help you on your journey. Without being said, if I had to give an overall rating, it would be an 8 out of 10. The only complaint I have is the pistol and the grenade that it comes with. But that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say so far. Thank you for reacting to this video. The next video, expect A to be a character, or a heister specific. Who am I going to be making on? Well, you're gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you, and have a great fucking day. Adios. Fuck!